Hey Savak, how you doing? You got like every 14 days you can change your name, right? How's everyone doing? So this is actually both pickups on right now. This is just clean. Cool, you brought some DR stainless steels. Which ones did you get? Did you get the high beams? Or did you get the fat beams? Or the dragon skins, the coated ones? Still kind of warming up a bit. I actually haven't really, I haven't played all day actually. And it's like the late evening here, so this is actually my first playing of the day. Just kind of getting going. But how's everyone doing? Thanks for jumping on. This is like my little pop-up bass hang. Because a lot of times my usual bass live stream later in the week, a lot of you cats, it's like the middle of the night for you when I do that one. So that's why I'm doing this one here earlier in the week at this time where it's nighttime for me. That way I can catch a lot of you. And so just as always, put your bass questions down in the chat. And this is just, I just do a bunch of playing and hanging out. We talk about some nerdy bass stuff. Gear, talking about gear is always a thing here. So don't be afraid to ask about gear. I love talking about gear. But anything about bass concepts, techniques. That's a good one. But I'm really glad that you can join me. Yeah, just getting going here with the bass. The bass is feeling good, actually. So, yeah, they have so Savak, they have they're called the Dragon Skin Plus. And they're really cool as well. I've tried them out. But at the end of the day, my favorites are the high beams. But I definitely recommend the Dragon Skin as well if you're looking for like that coated kind of string that has, that special kind of coating that makes the strings last longer as well. But at the end of the day, I love the high beams. The high beams are my favorite. They just have the thing that I'm looking for. So, but that's cool. You got some high beams as well. Gauge 40. And that's what's on this bass as well. Just a nice, well-balanced set. Exactly. It just lets me just kind of get all over the instrument. But yeah, hey cats, where's everyone from? I know there's a bunch of you who are probably in Europe or across Asia, maybe. Where are cats from? I'm in New Zealand, so it's like just past 9 p.m. for me. That's a little deceptively hard. Can you play death metal? You know, VTech Hugo 2418. I've probably just totally butchered your name. Um, you know, I would totally I totally would play death metal, except I don't want to embarrass myself trying to play death metal, since that's not the music that I have a lot of experience playing in. I've definitely faked my way through something where I've had to play some death metal, but in terms of really playing it, right? Um, that's not really my forte. So maybe I should listen to some more and really get more in depth. Um, there are definitely a lot of players that I really admire who play a lot of death metal. So, but I'll play some stuff that I usually play. How about that? You know, that way you can really get the really get understand what I can what I usually do. I'm not heavy enough. That's the thing. And the Ibanez, right? The Ibanez bass totally gives off the death metal. So that's the cool thing. But lately a lot of R&B, jazz, fusion cats play Ibanez as well, which is really cool. So yeah. But hey, maybe next time I'll get my death metal chops up. How about that? That can be something that I work on, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm always trying to expand and gather more information and skills and the skill set on the instrument too. So that might be something to kind of explore more, right? Yeah. Hey, Mazu Kakai, nice to see you again. Night owling in Kentucky. Yeah, I bet it's really late where you are. But I appreciate you joining on. So thank you. BK Media, nice to see you. How you doing? And you're saying, please tell me your opinion. Is it possible to play both double bass and electric at a top level? How do you double it? How do you combine practicing? Do you play double bass? Did you play double bass in high school? Yes, and I'll tell you the answer is yes, yes, and yes. All right. And I'll just give you a few bassists for me who play both instruments at a very top level and who are big inspirations for me. All right. Stanley Clarke, John Patitucci, James Genus, right? In terms of, my development when I was younger, and coming up, wanting to play both instruments, those were the cats for me. Of course, there are so many more, but this was something where, I really admired what players like that would do on the instrument. And of course, individually, I've studied people who are specifically electric players and people who are specifically upright bass players as well, because even though they're both bass instruments, there is an art to both instruments, a tradition, a standard, a language, right, to playing these instruments, especially on the upright bass. So, I play both instruments very proficiently, and my professional career has been playing on both. That's the thing. I didn't want it to be one-sided or one or the other. It was always about playing both instruments, and on a lot of gigs, I would play both upright and electric bass. On a lot of recordings, it's the same thing. And I wanted to be playing both instruments to where I could hang on any band setting, right? And in terms of combining it for practicing, well, that's something where you have to this is where like you have to put aside the time, right? Or just figure out the time of playing, of practicing each instrument, what you're going to do in it. And it might be a thing of, okay, you know, today I'm going to practice some upright bass, and I'm just going to, you know, and just go into this process of just of limitation where you just focus on one thing. Like a few weeks ago, I was just playing quarter notes on the upright bass. And it's not a thing of like, okay, I need to get better at playing quarter notes. It's more of a thing of like, in that moment, that's what I just feel a connection with. And I want to just make sure that I'm keeping good maintenance on getting a good sound and intonation, right? So it's essentially you're setting aside time for each instrument of what you're going to do. That's how you can do it. And also playing both instruments, right? And typically where we're going to play both of these instruments is in a jazz setting, right? A jazz band. So if you're in a jazz ensemble, maybe it's something where you use both instruments. All right, for the more straight ahead 4/4, you know, walking tunes, I'm gonna play upright. And then maybe for something that is got some backbeat to it, then I can switch to electric, right? Or you can even do the same thing maybe on some Latin tunes as well. Whatever, right? That's a good way of also practicing to double on both, to make sure that you're getting some time playing both instruments with musicians, right? That's always a really good thing to do. Playing along with recordings as well is super important on both instruments. I love playing along to even just tunes from like Kind of Blue, Coltrane's Blue Train, Oliver Nelson, Blues in the Abstract Truth, Chick Corea Acoustic Band, right, for playing upright. And then electric bass, I'll be playing all kinds of stuff, right? So that's a really good way of being able to divide. You just need to divide your time on each instrument. That's really what it is. So, and yes, I absolutely played upright bass in high school. I started upright bass when I was 13 years old. And so I've been playing upright for a little over 20 years now, at least. So yeah. Any John Entwistle piano technique? Oh man, the aux. You know, not necessarily. I know that he had this kind of, you know. You know, like something like that kind of. I can't do it properly. Maybe I should check it out as well. So hey Nick, how you doing? Speaking of death metal, I asked you about tech. Yes, you did, and I've actually sent a few messages to some cats, and I'm waiting to hear back. A few of them actually got back to me and said that they use techs, the tech that they tour with. So I know that's not going to be any help. So I'm trying to find out maybe like a specific cat in mind who people usually go to in LA for getting a setup. Ibanez always did my setups for me. I'd always take it to the Ibanez custom shop, and they would do that. And they'd always nail it. But I'm waiting to hear back from some cats, so I'll let you know. But thanks for sending me the message. Definitely important to get a good tech. So, and you ask it, and it was for a bassist named Jacob Schmidt of the band Defeated Sanity. He was looking for a tech. Yeah. As of right now, yeah, I don't know a specific person, and there was a person that one of my buddies had mentioned, but he said that for some reason he's not doing setups anymore. So I don't know what that's about. So when I hear back, I'll let you know. So, but definitely ask around with some other cats too. So yeah. What are your thoughts on Jared Smith, the Archspire bassist? I don't know Jared Smith. I need to get hip, I guess, right? That's the I don't know Jared Smith, and so I should check out some Jared Smith. Thank you, Adam, for the suggestion. Adam32. BobTube TV. I lost my hands in a waste disposal sink accident. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Can I still play bass? Well, if you lost your hands, then meaning you don't have any functionality with your hands, then I don't think so in that way. But people have figured out. I mean, you've seen ways that people have used maybe their feet to play guitar or piano or drums. When there's a will, there's a way, right? That would be that would be the thing. Yeah, when there's a will, there's a way to figure out how to play something, you know. And then he's asking me to play Tommy the Cat. Man, everyone's like asking me to play at least like all his like more heavier tunes, you know. Yeah, I have to admit I haven't. That's a tune that I haven't actually learned. So I'm taking all these suggestions right here of like stuff I need to learn, right? But if you want to see someone playing Tommy the Cat, I'm sure you could the best place to see someone do that, it would be Mr. Claypool himself, right? I mean, I love that tune, and it's crazy the stuff that he does, you know? It really is. Primus, you know, I got more into Primus like later on. That was the thing. It wasn't something where, as a teenager, I grew up listening to, because I had my head in different interests. That's the thing. So with Primus, it wasn't. I think I was already in college. Somebody gave me a bunch of Primus, but this is the thing. It's like I already knew who Les Claypool was from Bass Player magazine, and I guess I had already been hearing Les Claypool because I used to play Tony Hawk's. I used to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, right? And I loved that tune. Jerry was a race car driver, but I didn't know that was Primus. So, well, roundabout. Let's have maybe a little roundabout. I'm probably going to play it totally wrong as well, you know? That's all the thing I know, because I remember the first time I heard that on the radio, and I was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's kind of funky, actually." And then I heard that it's a band called Yes, and I had heard of this Chris Squire from Bass Player magazine. People were talking about Chris Squire or whatever, and I thought, like, is this Chris Squire? Is this the cat, you know, behind like Squire guitars and basses? So that's the thing. But yeah, Yes are pretty cool, and definitely a very important band in terms of like that early prog kind of stuff. Definitely very foundational in that sense. It really is. So, but you know, this is thanks to the reminder. I should definitely go brush up on learning some more Primus and some more Yes. How about that, right? And I should also go check out this Archspire, right? I should check. I've never heard of Archspire. I'm just gonna be completely honest. And so you're saying you mentioned the Archspire bassist because he was originally a guitarist who picked up 6-string bass for Archspire. Arch, some tech death band like the Necrophagist and on steroids, and the bass that kills it. I'll check it out. You know, I'm down to hear some stuff I've never heard before. You know. So, if you're just joining on, how's everyone doing? This is my little pop-up live here. People are asking me some interesting requests of tunes that like I don't know how to play, which is hilarious. Play all the things you are. Oh yeah, sure, no worries. I could play all the things you are. Did somebody say all the things you are? Got to Give It Up by Marvin Gaye. That's a great one. That is a really good one. Really great synth bass in there as well, which is really cool. Justin, how you doing? But if any bass nerdy questions, anything to do with gear, techniques, bass concepts, or anything, pop it down in the chat. And while I've got you all here, if you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, please do. This helps get my stuff in other people's feeds and algorithms and all that kind of thing. As well as down below, I've got all my links to my bass resources here at Bass with Benjamin. And right now, I'm super pumped to have just launched a new 3-month intensive, bass intensive, as part of my coaching programs. It's a new program within it, and it's so cool where it's a one-on-one program. You can sit down with me every single week for 3 months, and we'll just go into your bass playing, what I can do to help you with your goals. And we'll get to know each other very well. I'll get to know your bass playing, and it's every week where we just go for it. All right, we just level up your playing. And so that's a brand new program that I've just introduced, and so the link is down below. You can check that out. Check out the different coaching options and the pricing and all that. I've got all my courses and all that. So please make use of that. Check that out. If you'd like to join my bass coaching program, or even just get a one-off lesson with me, like a 30-minute or 60-minute bass lesson, topic of your choosing. Even if you want to just play for me for like 30 minutes and get some feedback, we can do that as well. Everything is down below. So check it out. What is the... are you mainly on the bridge pickup right now? No, I'm actually on both pickups. And that's the bridge pickup, right? That's that's the bridge, but right now I just got both going on, which is really cool. What's the weirdest sound you use? Probably this one actually. I mean, that just sounds like laser beams. There was one time I was I was playing with Lee Ritenour in Hawaii. This is over like 10 years ago or something. And we were playing that tune of his, Rio Funk, which is a classic. Originally, that was Marcus Miller who recorded that with him back in the late 70s. Real young Marcus, too. He must have been maybe 19 or something. Just a kid. And so on that song, it has a bass solo in it, right? And so, and I think there's actually a video here on YouTube of me doing this. I put on my phaser here. And And I was like, all right, I'm just going to do something different. And I put on this sound, and I just started doing this kind of, just going. Actually, it was a little more gnarlier than that. Let me. Yeah, it was like this. I mean, the audience were going crazy over it too, because it was just like, what is going on? And Lee was just like, he's cracking up as well. Everyone was going along with it. We would do things like that where we would just get into some real craziness. It's not something that I would use so much now. But I mean, maybe if I'm playing something crazy, I don't know. But and that's my EBS D phaser that I can dial that in. It's one of my favorite phaser pedals. So yeah. BK Media, you're saying, how do you set up the audio on YouTube? Sounds great. Thank you. This is just right now. This is actually just I'm just using my audio interface, which is just a Focusrite, and I'm just going direct in from the back of my amp. The Quilter, the V803. This is going direct out, just straight in, and then I've got my microphone here, obviously, for speaking. And yeah, that's it. Usually, when I record and all that, I mix a signal of DI and the mic on my AccuGroove cabinet right here. So that's what I would typically do. But for right now, you're just hearing just direct. And you might be hearing a bit of, string noise coming from this as well. Right? But I always want to make sure that with the DI sound that it's always going to be a nice, clean, tone that's going to be very usable and easy to kind of mix and blend in. It's taken me a while to kind of dial in the sound for these live streams. I use OBS as well to just kind of help facilitate a lot of the interfacing in terms of doing this, with the video. And I use a Black Hole for doing the audio routing. And I'm not the most tech, like I can work out tech things, but I'm not like super tech person. So there are some things that just definitely fly over my head in terms of that. So yeah. Play some Rush. Oh my gosh. I can't play any Rush. Not that I want to. I'd totally love to play some Rush. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't play a low D, right? He only plays 4-string bass. Getty. Who knows? Here's a question. What mode is that? Yeah. Who knows what mode that is? So yeah. How you doing, Jess Quayle? Never too much. You mean the song Never Too Much? That's one of my favorite tunes. Classic Marcus bass line. Now that is one I do know how to play. And yeah, that is Lydian. That's the Lydian mode. Because right there, if if it's D major, that is the Lydian mode in there with that sharp 4, that sharp 11. I love the Lydian mode. I definitely use the Lydian mode a lot. It's definitely a good kind of central point for a lot of things. So yeah, that's Lydian. And so if you want to remember what the Lydian mode is, all right, if you're not too sure, you can always refer it to, right? If you want to hear it in the context, that's a good way to remember it. That's how I teach my students with certain things, especially those who are working on theory. They might already know how to play and play very well, but they're not sure on modes or intervals or anything like that. So I always use some sort of thing to relate to what they already know. So something they already know how to play or they've already heard. So that thing that you know right there that you're playing, that's the Lydian mode. That's utilizing the Lydian sound. And so that's a way of you putting essentially a name to a face. That's all it is. We've heard all these sounds before, right? In movie scores, in music that we like, anywhere. But we might not necessarily know what we're listening to or what we're hearing. And so sometimes it just takes, like I said, putting a name to a face. I mean, that's my kind of, my metaphor for it, of understanding what it is. Oh, that's what a Lydian mode is. Even something like... That's, good old Lydian as well. Yeah, so that's what that is. Another Lydian example right there. What about the chat is going off. They want to see you go off. So yes, Lydian. Jess Quayle says she was going to learn YYZ for school, but it was too difficult, so I left it to the last minute and just did some Tower of Power instead. As if that wasn't difficult enough either. But hey, good job. But definitely go and learn YYZ as well. All right, I think that's something that should still be learned. I should go and learn the full thing too. Nick was asking, that last chord that you just hit, is that included in the last bass workshop? I bought it and just haven't. First of all, thanks for buying that. And I'm assuming the one that the workshop, the workshop highlights video. That's the link is down below as well. A month ago, I did a online bass workshop, which was a lot of fun. And we just did, it was a Bass Chords Workshop, just a weekend of bass chords. And so I took all the footage and I condensed it down to a 2-hour highlights video of just all the important stuff that we covered. And so you can get that down below. And so this one here, this D major 7, where it's just this drop 2 and 4 voicing, right? Very popular 6-string voicing. And then what I'm doing, so first of all, yes, I do cover this voicing because it's a very common voicing, what we do. And actually in the workshop, a majority of people had like 5s or 6-string basses, which was really cool. But we still covered a lot of 4-string stuff as well, that for people who wanted to play a lot of things on the 4-string. But what I was doing, I brought my thumb around to play the sharp 11. Just to do that. There was actually a video recently, some of you might have seen it, those guys from Fellowship Bass, where they just kind of, I guess they just look at all kinds of bass videos from people posting stuff, and they saw one of my ones where I was playing something and I did this, and they were like, oh, the thumb. And I guess you could say that that was something where, like, sure, I'm borrowing that from the playing thumb position on upright bass. But I came up with this. No, I didn't come up with it, but it was just something that I started doing. My wife and I, we have a duo called Benjamin Nadeva. She's an incredible vocalist. She's here in the chat here. She's laughing there, Tara Deva. And when, you know, we play a lot of duo together, and I'm playing a lot of the stuff, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could like get this thing. Oh, what if I just bring my thumb around and do that thing to kind of keep the momentum going and just add more color into the voicing that I'm playing. So that was something that I started doing more so of. So yeah. Hey Clippy, how you doing? Nice to see you again. You've been writing some more music? And Jeffrey Boyle, nice to see you again. Wow, it's 4:30 where you are. Have you been up this whole time, or did you only just get up? Cause man, so yeah, what you got, Clippy? Well, Jess was saying you got into 1 minute 30 of YYZ, and it's quite tough. Yeah, just work on it. Just take your time and do it piece by piece. That's really the best way to do that, right? Take your time, especially a tune that's involved like that. There's a lot of moving parts, right? It's no different than having to learn any other tune, right? But I feel that tunes like that have a lot of these different sections and kind of memorable parts, they become easier to learn or to memorize because there's a lot of things going on that you learn the muscle memory as you go along. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. So, Cliffy is saying that riff is like really great. Could you write gent in 7/8 with that arpeggio alone? I'm sure you could. Yeah. Why don't you give it a go? Let us know how that works. If you're writing stuff you want to sound technical without destroying yourself, just write simplish rhythms in 7 and stuff. Yeah, why not? I love playing in 7. There's actually this tune that I used to play a lot with a great trumpeter from Cleveland named Curtis Taylor. And he had a tune called Hashtag, and it had these really nice progressions, this chord progression in it. So it was like, and it was in 7 as well. nice. And then it had a nice melody. It's a tricky chord progression, but it's really nice though, right? But it's a tune called Hashtagged, which is really funny, but I loved playing it at 7/8. It was just that a nice jam, and there's actually a recording of us playing it. We did a live recording. It's just Curtis Taylor Quartet. You can check it out. It's really cool. So cool. No, that's good. You keep him busy, Clippy, playing a lot, writing stuff. Jeffrey Boy, we just woke up. Oh my god, that's amazing. Got up to do some shedding and all that and hang out. Get some coffee. Jess is asking, what's another band or artist you recommend to learn their songs similar to Tower of Power? Yeah, another band in that would be, I'd recommend, I'd say like Average White Band. That's a good one. Because, that same era, this like funk, soul, R&B. I definitely check out, here's one, Wayne Cochran and the CC Riders. This was a band that actually Jaco Pastorius used to play in the early 70s. But they've had all kinds of players throughout the years. But definitely has that kind of vibe to it. I think that could, keep you busy for sure. And then I'd look into even like a band like the Ohio Players, right? Because this is the thing, like a lot of these, R&B, funk, soul bands, they had these incredible horn sections. Earth, Wind & Fire is the same thing, incredible horns, the Phoenix horns, right? They had like cats who could just really play. They had just incredibly tight horn sections. Who else? I'm totally spacing it. I think, you just got to go into that rabbit hole of that era, that early 70s funk R&B. And of course, you got to look at the man himself, James Brown, right? But, Tower of Power, obviously very influenced by James Brown, this whole, soul, R&B. I'd even recommend, like, Graham Central Station, like that's Larry Graham's band. If you want to get into more of that, going into that funk side of things, like Sly Stone, you want to go into that. Ohio Players, Average White Band, Earth, Wind & Fire. I mean, even Casey and the Sunshine Band as well. They were tight. The Gap Band, oof, incredible. You're really getting into that funk territory. But this is the stuff I was listening to when I was listening to Tower of Power when I was 14, 15. This is when I was checking out those bands as well. This is where I was like, so instead of listening to Primus and Rush, this is what I was listening to. That's the thing, you know what I mean? You do you do any captain into the do I do any captain into Neil? Oh man, no, we don't do any. We write a lot of our own music, and we do some covers. You know, we do we do, you know, some like Al Green. We do some standards. Who else? Yeah, we do Shaka Khan. You know, we do some of those kind of covers. But Captain and Tennille, you know, I just learned that. I think I was just watching this Rick Beato interview with Robert DeLeo from Stone Temple Pilots, and I guess they did was it their first album, right? They did their first album at Captain and Tennille's studio, which is cool to hear. But that was a really interesting interview. I really loved it, and I love Stone Temple Pilots. And it's really interesting how a lot of those tunes, you know, like Interstate Love Song, you know, Plush and all that, had just the backgrounds behind those two tunes. They're really interesting. And one of them he kind of wrote as like a bossa, and he's like, well, obviously we're not going to play it as a bossa in this band. And another one was like, yeah, it's just kind of, you know, ragtime guitar. I'm like, what? It was wild. It was amazing. And so Clippy, yeah, you got to check out Tower Power. All right, What Is Hip, Squib Cakes. Maybe I'll play a little bit of Tower Power just to kind of give you an idea. I'll play along to some Tower, just because it's also really fun. And I'll tell you, you want to improve your chops, your bass chops, even drum chops. But especially for bass players, if you want to really get your 16th notes together, I recommend learning a bunch of Tower Power tunes, learning a bunch of Rocco Prestia bass lines, right? Because it's relentless. It's super relentless. It's hard, and it will definitely whip you into shape for sure. And I used to be in this Tower of Power cover band years ago, and I'll tell you, we would be playing 3 sets of music a night, not every single night, but like I remember we had this gig like almost like every week. We played this place, and we played 3 sets playing Tower Power tunes, and playing 3 sets of that stuff. That's where you're gonna build some chops from that. That's how it happened for Jocko. You know, he wasn't playing Tower Power music, but he was playing a lot of Wayne Cochran and the CC Riders, and he's playing a lot of gigs, and that really brought his chops together a lot. So I'll play along to some Tower Power. I'm just trying to have a look what I have here. What do I got in my bag of tricks? Let's see. I played that one the other day. Credit. Let's see. What have I got? Oh yeah, maybe I'll play Oil. I'll play that one because this is probably one of the toughest Tower Power tunes to play, and I'm totally just gonna go into it kind of cold. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Chic. Look, you go into the rabbit hole of checking out all these bands, and you'll just discover more and more stuff, one after the other. All right, that's just how it is. And yes, you will absolutely love Tower Power. All right, I'm just gonna play some Tower Power. How about that? Only So Much Oil in the Ground. Let me dial in my Rocco tone. thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been great to hang here, just having fun, chatting, and play some music. So feel free to get off of your chair and boogie, or not. You know what, folks? My bad. My bad. I need to change the audio settings here real quick. Give me a second. Let me know, can everyone hear my bass properly? And God, you know what I mean? That is a workout. That's an absolute workout. Um, Especially if you haven't like warmed up. That I tell you, you wanna level up your chops, learn a bunch of tower power. Like that is relentless, and especially you're doing that was just one tune. You play a whole show of that kind of music, and it's it's insane. But I'll tell you, you could really get a whole different get your chops up to, in really good shape doing that. So yeah, Tim Gillen, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well, bro. Um, but man, that's such a great track. That was probably like, I think that's like 1975, um, when that came out. For that one. Let's see here. Do we have another. Let's play another Tower Power track. What's my wife saying up here? She's saying "Fresh." Yeah, "Fresh" by Sly Stone. That's an incredible record. That one is a must listen to. If you're not hip to Fresh, that is some funk. All right, that is you want to hear some funk, definitely that. Yes, Maceo Parker, Fred Wesley, obviously legendary horn players with James Brown. Their stuff is incredible too, right? Um, but I definitely, in terms of my like funk, uh, R&B influences, it's definitely a lot of the Sly Stone kind of school, right? That kind of funk, a bit of the Minneapolis kind of thing as well. Um, Parliament Funkadelic, right? Just anything that like was really in the pocket, real in the pocket, heavy stuff. That was the stuff that I was just gravitated towards when I was a teenager. So again, that's what I was listening to. I wasn't going through Rush or Primus. That was a little later on. Clearly, my idea of a workout and yours are completely different. Exactly. Mine is the Gift of Guilt by Gojira. There's rapid fire 16ths at 160 BPM during the bridge, which are constantly changing. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Any of these tunes where it like just has these relentless parts, um, that's stuff that's really gonna just get your chops going. It really is. Um, what's another Tower Power tune? Let's see here. Um, let's do Credit because I played this one the other week. This one was written by my good friend Ellis Hall, who used to be the lead singer in Tower of Power in the '80s, and he wrote this tune called Credit. Has a crazy, uh, kind of shuffle, like almost, you know, Bernard Purdy kind of shuffle to it. That Purdy, Bonham, Jeff Porcaro kind of thing. My wife would say, "Play something." Okay, I'll play something else. I heard it. She's like, "You already played that." She's right. She's play something else. Um, let's see. What'd you think? Shall I do some more like funky stuff, or shall I do some like kind of more like kind of complicated fusion thing, or shall I go a little more chill? What do you cats thinking? I'll just tell you right now, I don't really have any like metal or like heavy rock stuff. All right, as most of you have probably like figured out by now. So, what you think? I've got some cool, interesting things. You know what? I'm gonna play this tune, but you can still request like what kind of vibe. But I want to play this one because it's cool. I'm gonna play a Return to Forever tune, but it's not as crazy, like Duel of the Jester Tyrant crazy. This one is actually a Lenny White tune, but I absolutely love the groove on it. And it's a really nice tune. You hear Stanley just laying it down on this one. And don't worry, Tim, I'll play that P bass in the back. After this tune, I'll play that tune. I'll play something on that. I'm gonna play this tune, Sorceress. It's funny. Play something else. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna go to the P bass over there. What Tim was asking. I'll play something on that one. Thanks for hanging around, cats. This has been a lot of fun. So I got butterscotch right here, 1977 P bass. I know what I'm gonna play. I know what I'm gonna play. Here you go, just for you, Tim. I'll play this. And Clippy, I still haven't checked out New Skin. I'll check that out. Because I'd like to sit down and have a good listen to it and hear what Nicole is doing on there. Tim, yeah, thank you, man. All this Tower Power talk, man. I could talk about Tower Power all the time, right? Where we couldn't skip the P, couldn't we? Exactly. But I wanted to show that hey, it could also be done on a 6 as well. You could do that thing and which I did for many years playing in this like Tower Power cover band. But anyway, I'm gonna play a Herbie tune, Headhunters. I'm sure a lot of you might know this one. All right, let's have a go. Actual proof. Actual proof. That is one of my favorite tunes, and I've played that tune like a million times. It's gotta be. I've played that tune so many. It's just so much of so many cats over the years, and it's quite a complex tune. And I don't know if this is true, but I heard that originally Herbie wrote that as a ballad. It was supposed to be for for like a film or something. And this was like in the 60s. But I have some people that I could probably check that with, right? Who could probably check that with the man himself. But obviously, that is an incredible tune by the Headhunters, Paul Jackson on bass, right? And Mike Clark. Those two, incredible, one of the greatest rhythm sections ever. Those two right there. That was definitely, that also comes from the Tower of Power side of things as well. This was around that same time where, like, from Oakland, California, this kind of Oakland funk kind of thing. This real linear, like funk-based drumming, where like ghost notes and the bass is playing a lot of ghost notes and sixteenths, displaced sixteenths, and all that kind of thing. That was that sound that these cats are known for. Of course, Rocco Presti and David Garibaldi, but also Mike Clark and Paul Jackson. Absolutely definitive rhythm sections, like stuff that you really need to check out. So yeah, hey, thanks Clippy, I appreciate you hanging. I hope you have a wonderful night or day where you are. I think you're in Australia. I think he's in Australia. Leo, nice to see you. I'm sure it must be real late where you are. You getting up to go to work? Is that what's happening? And Tim, let's see. Tim, you're asking, you plus your 6-string plus pickup configuration equals, are there any limits aside from your need for sleep? Any limits? Let me see. Let's see. Going back to my I'll go grab it. So, any limits? Well, let's see. Not really, because this bass essentially was an instrument that I had designed in mind to be an instrument that could just be played on anything. This might be the most versatile instrument that I have in terms of everything that it could play on, whether you're playing some funky stuff, you're playing some old school stuff, you're playing jazz. It's even great for playing rock. If you want to play metal on it, it would totally cut it. It definitely has that. It definitely has that edge to it as well. Not only because of the pickups, but just because of the way it's made. And I'm always someone who is wanting to be able to blend into any kind of style, playing style or music, right? And that's the point of what I do, is to be able to hang on anything. And so having an instrument that can do that is something that I've always been about. Whether you want to also use it as a soloistic instrument, you know, soloing, playing melodies, chords, it covers that. So I absolutely love this instrument. I'm so thankful to Ibanez for building it for me. So thank you, Ibanez. They absolutely knocked it out of the park. Hey, the true Morty, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. For those of you cats who've just been jumping on, welcome. We've just been chatting about all kinds of stuff here. I've been playing some stuff. Played a little Tower of Power, played a little Return to Forever, and I just played some Herbie Hancock and the Headhunters. Let's see. Let's see what else I'll play. We'll have a look. Thank you, Leo. You just woke up, and yeah, I would play it the same way. Thank you. I'd play it the same way on the 6th string. Obviously, I might add in some things. So yeah, I would totally, I would still have that essence of Paul Jackson in there, right? Because that's what that tune is about. I've heard some cats try to do maybe like the Jocko thing on there, and I've heard some cats, yes, do it, and it worked, but a lot of time it wasn't the thing that's I don't know. It could have also just been a thing of like, well, maybe if Jocko was to play it, and do his thing on it, I think obviously it would be quite the vibe. But as far as I'm concerned, because it's Headhunters, it has to have that Paul Jackson grease on it. That's what Paul Jackson's playing was all about, is that grease factor. It just absolutely incredible, and to where you're just like, oh, just funky, ridiculous. But in terms of this bass, it does everything pretty nicely. What was I saying? Yeah, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. That helps. I just passed 2,000 subscribers, so that's really exciting. That's a cool milestone for me. Since only in probably less than the last year, maybe I think a little less, I've kind of been more active here on my YouTube channel. So this is really cool. And I've got all my bass resources. The links are down below in the description box. Please check them out. I just launched, added a new coaching program option, which is a 3-month intensive where we'll work one-on-one every single week for 3 months, right? and we just focus on your your bass journey, what it is specifically that you're trying to work on. And every week we just level it up. And it's something that I'm really excited to do. And so if that's something that you would love to join, you want me to show you some stuff every single week, one-on-one, whatever it is you're working on, or if you're stuck in a rut, I can help you. I'd love to help you. This is what Bass with Benjamin is all about. As well as I have my other bass coaching programs, ones that are more longer, 12 months, 6 months, as well as if you want to just get a one-off, one-on-one lesson with me, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, that's available as well. So all the links are down below. You want to get a lesson, I've got the courses, please check that out. Sign up. I'd love to work with you on your bass journey. This is what I love doing. I've got some incredible students in my bass coaching program, and it's so much fun working with them. Cats from all over the world as well. All different levels, all different goals. Some of them are just straight beginners, learning bass for the first time, and then I have a few who are working professionals as well. And not all of them are jazz players. So if you love the bass, you want some help with your bass playing, this is what I'm here to do and what I love to do. This has been definitely a big passion of mine, other than playing the instrument and performing and recording, which I've had the absolute fortune to been able to do with some of the greatest musicians in the world. And really learnt a lot. But I also love to show bassists more stuff. I love to show and help them discover their true bass player, their inner bass player within themselves. So all the links are down below. Check them out. I'm going to play another tune here. Hello, Bentree 2Z. Nice to see you. We're just hanging out here. And if you got any bass questions, nerdy bass questions, gear, bass concepts, anything like that, techniques, whatever, you have a question or anything that you want to know, put it down in the chat there, and let's see if I can help you out. Let's see, what am I gonna play? Let's see, I might play. What do we got? I'm just looking at my song list. I'm like, well, what do I feel like playing? I'm gonna play something actually. I'm gonna play something here. Actually, this is a tune. Some of you might know this person, but I'm quite a fan of this person. My wife knows this person, and I think has even collaborated with him in the past. This is actually a tune by At Jazz, Fantasy, and it just has such a cool. It's just so fun to play along with. So let's have a go. Fantasy.
I chanced to glance another direction. When I turned around, he was gone. Black cashmere jumper draped over his shoulders. The way he lit his cigarette, the way he shook the match to quell the flame. Always on his head, God, the way he smoked, I just knew the kind of discreet, dirty jokes he'd go for. The way he held, the way he held, it's the way he held his cigarette. That's the mobile phones are ringing. Dirty white vans keep passing. Thunder rolling, lightning flashing. Then a shaft of sunlight frames him, and I am awestruck. Going down, going down, going
That's so fun to play at jazz fantasy, and that's something that I think I got hip to him. We're talking about, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago now. Which and I was like, oh man, there's some cool stuff going on here. And so yeah, he's really cool, like DJ, producer, and then later on I found out that my wife knows him and has collaborated with him in the past as well. I'm like totally, oh my god, which is amazing. My wife is awesome. She's like one of my favorite musicians. She teaches me so much about music, a whole other side of music that's like I'm just totally not hip to as well, which is so cool. And that's the thing, I'm always open to learning because, it's music. I just love music. And it influences, there's always some sort of sound or element that will influence my approach or how I might come up with something. And that's how it should always be. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, that's such a cool tune, and I mean this bass totally like hangs on it. I mean essentially this is like a jazz bass. This thing, yeah, it cuts through and it has that punch and snappiness of a jazz bass. If I wanted to really go for that. got Andrew Goucher version of the Clark Sisters. You Brought the Sunshine. So cool. Andrew is one of my favorite bassists, and I used to see him play a lot in LA and just be like, oh my god, it's just incredible, just ridiculous playing, the sound, and also just the stuff that he's playing, and also just such a incredible dude as well. Really cool to kind of hang with him a bunch of times, and always really nice and really encouraging as well. That's what I really love about him. But just it was always a treat seeing him play. It really is. Thanks, Leo. The pickup configurations I was using in that last tune, I actually used all three. Really just to bring in that, just a nice punch in there. And that's the great thing about this bass. It just cuts through. It really does. It's such an incredible sound, and in combination with the woods as well, it really, yeah, it's just such a great instrument. Really is. We're almost done here, actually. And let's see. Tim's asking, have you heard much music by and bass goodness of the band Incognito? Yes, I have. Yes, I absolutely have, indeed. Maybe I might just need to play an Incognito tune. Right? Let's see. Give me a second here to maybe cue this up. Right? Which I just gotta find which folder it's in. But absolutely, I mean, yeah, Randy Hope Taylor, of course, and I love their current bassist, Francis Hilton. Dude is a monster, like absolute monstrous bassist, right? So I love his tune, and yeah, I absolutely love Incognito. The first record that I heard of theirs was Tribes, Vibes, and Scribes. I think that's the name of it. And so I'm going to play a tune from there. Let me just cue it up here. So yes, I'm definitely very hip to Incognito. Such a cool band. And obviously, another band that's similar to them that I really like. That's yes, and Julian Crampton. He was absolutely absolute beast as well. Julian Crampton. That's right. He played with them for quite a while. And that's cool. Yeah. So Nick played Jacob's Ladder for his Wellington Jazz School audition. Nice. I mean, yeah, that would have been a time when a band like that was pretty popular. But another band similar to them that I like, that's actually my wife got me hip to, that she really loves, Brand New Heavies. That's a really cool band, in that kind of same like vein, that kind of vibe, this acid jazz, British kind of thing. And then there's another band after that, or maybe around the same time, a little different, kind of more in the drum and bass thing, but For Hero. It's another group that my wife got me hip to. So this is the thing, like she gets me hip to all these incredible bands that I might not be hip to, but it has elements in there that I really enjoy. And what's really funny is that I'll be listening to something, and she'll be like, "Oh, that's a sample that was sampled on this tune." So I remember not the first time, but there was one time I was listening to a Freddie Hubbard tune called First Light. which actually has some incredible drumming by late great Jack DeJohnette. Rest in peace, man. That's a hard. I mean, it was hard, Anthony Jackson, just not even a week ago leaving us, but finding out about Jack DeJohnette, that's I'm like, come on, but man, what a life. I mean, he's 83 years old and he had done it all. Incredible. But man, yeah, that was really sad. I was really bummed out about that. But First Light by Freddie Hubbard has incredible drumming. Jack DeJohnette, Ron Carter is playing bass. And it has an incredible George Benson solo on it as well. But anyway, the B section, the bridge section of that tune, I remember when I was listening to that and it came on and my wife was like, yo, that's from a 4Hero song. And I was like, wait, what? And so she played it to me. I was like, oh my God. And then also I remember the first time listening to that Depeche Mode tune. And the beginning of it, they had taken the very beginning off of Weather Report's Elegant People. And I was like, what? That's insane. So it's really cool how just a lot of there's some cool elements in there that are used in a lot of modern music, right? So anyway, I'm gonna play some Incognito here, and then I think I'll call it a night because it's already been 2 hours, which is insane. So let's play. Here's a classic Incognito tune. Let's see if I still remember how to play it. It's probably been at least 20 years since I last played this. So let's see what happens. All right. Colibri by Incognito. That's a fun one. I haven't played that one in years, man. I remember, I think maybe the last time I played that was I was probably like 14 or something. I remember jamming along to it. Thanks to when I was in high school, thanks to the drum the drum teacher, the dude named George Westrup, who so great and incredible drummer. I learned a lot from him, and I think he lives in Brisbane, Australia. But this was a dude who was absolutely just pumped and excited about music, and it really got me excited. And he got me hip to a lot of these things. He got me hip to Incognito. He got me hip to a lot of like all this other like fusion stuff. Like John McLaughlin group, Thomas Lang. All these incredible stuff. I remember we even learnt the Dave Weckl tune, Tower 99. Maybe I'll learn that one. Maybe I'll play that another time. And I got to play that in the end. I got to play that with Dave Weckl, which was really cool. Because I used to jam along to that one a lot. Originally, Tower 99, I think, comes from the tune Tower of Inspiration. I think it's the same thing from Dave's first record, Master Plan. But then he did another version of it with the Dave Weckl band. But that was really cool to do that. But I'm thankful to George Westrup, the drum teacher at Tower College back in the day, for getting me hip to a lot of this music. I think that's what really that helped a lot with my development. So yeah, man. Anyway, it is where it is for me. It's 11:11 p.m. where I am, and so I want to thank you all for hanging out here with me. This has been so cool. It's been great to chat with a lot of you. Thanks for the great questions. Whoever's just come on by and just been hanging out, I've enjoyed just chatting with you and playing some tunes, playing all kinds of stuff. What did I play? Played a little bit of Tower of Power, went to Return to Forever, played some At Jazz. What else did I play? Played some Headhunters. I just played some Incognito. It's like a nice, mix of things, right? It really was. So thank you all. Again, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel here. This really helps get my content into other people's feeds. And also, you'll get to know when I post stuff, as well as when I go live here on my channel. And also, in the description box are all the links to my bass resources. Courses. You want to get a one-on-one lesson with me, whether it's just a one-off, or if you'd like to join my coaching program, especially my brand new 3-month intensive program. All the information is down below. Check it out. I'd love to help you on your bass journey. So whatever I can do to help you, please let me know. You can reach out to me through my website or on social media. But I appreciate you all. I'm going to play a little, I'll play a little something on the way out here. But thank you again. And wherever you are, be safe out there. Take care. Have fun playing your music, playing your bass. And I'll see you again next time. All right? Thank you, folks. It's been a pleasure hanging here with you and playing. I'm about to drop off to sleep shortly. But thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All the links to my bass resources down below in the description box. And if you don't follow me on the social medias, please do. And I have my regular live stream at the end of this week. Alright, so if I see you again on there, it'd be great to see you. Thank you. I appreciate the hang. And I'll see you again next time. Take care.